I'm Matthew.
I'm Alex.
I'm Miranda.
I'm Axel.
We're juniors at the senior high school. This year we've been focusing a lot on independent reading and just being able to sit down and read for 80 minutes or a long period of time. And we just think that it's really important to be able to read. And we think that independent reading is something that everyone should do more of, especially you guys, you're 8th graders, you're going into high school, and you're going to be 9th graders next year. And just, we want to show you how important it is to independently read on your own free time in school, because it's going to help you a lot in life. So, Axel's going to start us off.
Yeah, I wrote a little rap here for you guys to teach you about the benefits and importance of reading.
Do they like rap music in Sweden?
I started to listen to it. I started looking up Swedish rap when I came here. I don't know. I didn't used to like American rap, but that was pretty much all I listened to.
Because everybody in high school listens to rap music.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like it. I can hook you up. Reading is cash. Look to the future and don't be last. Reading will teach you what to do fast. Wanna spend some money and have them that way behind. Better start reading in days full of the sun. Wanna be free, have a house at the keys. Why do you think that the sun was the best? He was reading books without any rest. 20 minutes a day, 5 times a week. How easy it is to be the one on fleek.
Let's give him a hand.
Excuse me. Okay. So, statistic-wise, middle schoolers, everybody really, but especially middle schoolers, should be reading 20 minutes a day, 5 times a week. And when you add that all up, it's only 87 hours a year, which isn't a lot. So, the amount of people who actually read 20 minutes a day, 5 times a week is low. Only 28% of kids ages 12 to 14, so your age, say that they read this much and they read every day like you guys should be doing. And from ages 6 to 17, that's including us, only 23% of kids say that they read once per month. So we're really not doing a good job of meeting the standard of 20 minutes a day, 5 times a week.
Have those numbers declined in recent years?
Yeah, I definitely feel like, especially
Technology.
yeah.
So more people are distracted on smartphone, tablet, and you're not even reading on those devices. They're just cruising the internet or whatever.
Exactly. Alright, so the suggested time of 20 minutes a day, 5 times a week, like I said, is 87 hours a year. That still leaves you with 8,673 hours of your year to do whatever you want, have fun. That gives you so much time. 87 hours a year is only 1% of that year, and 1%, that 1% of reading can do so much in your life for you.
For every year that a person spends reading, either independently or being allowed to in his or her lifetime, your earning potential goes up considerably. For a time investment of approximately 87 hours a year and 20 minutes a day for 5 days a week, you can increase your ability to support yourself in the future.
So, readers are people who read a lot, read the standard, are 21% less likely to experience feelings of depression. You can read through these bullets. Big thing, reading reduces stress, which leads to happiness. It gives you a better sense of what's really going on in your life. It not only helps your health, but it also helps you in school. And it helps you in school by helping you to learn new words and broaden your knowledge and vocabulary. So we have some book suggestions. So we have our top, this that Matthew's handing out is our top 10 suggestions for books for guys your age, for you guys, sorry. And these are just our top 5. So we have Switch, Towards the Secret Sky, Stormbreaker, The Hidden Compass, and then the Harry Potter series.
How many of you have read one of these books? Raise your hand real high if you've read one of these books already. 1, 2, 3, just 4 of you. Okay.
And I'm sure when we pass the list out, there's other ones like Fallen Our Stars, stuff like that I'm sure you guys have read too. So you should want to take a look at that. We brought some of the books in. If you guys like, after we're done, want to look through the books or anything. We've looked up on the websites. Our library had those 6 books. I know it's the end of the year, they're like trying to wrap up the libraries and everything, but your library has, I think it was 7 out of the 10 books, and between the Roth Library and the public library, you can find all these books. We have a video for you guys.
And now, what was the idea behind this video here? Well, you don't want to give it away, right?
You're good.
Well, the video is about the power of reading and how it can teach and
And this features Axel here,
It
right?
does. That's all about it.
and Miranda.
That's what
So
Ski
just
season.
go back.
No, see the ski season time? Dude, Boston or Boston?
Oh, there you go. Good job.
Start over. No,
That's a good catch.
Good job.
They call you the poor little sweet?
That's what we call them.
Oh my God. Very nice.
So that showed you very much what books can do for you.
A lot, new things. Okay. So these are just some of the books that we've been reading this year.
The book I read was To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee, and I'm an exchange student from Sweden, and this talks about American history, about racial discrimination and segregation, and they help me understand history of America and also old schooling, like how school used to be.
What was the most shocking part of the book for you?
Well, I don't know. It was kind of stereotypical. The book was stereotypical redneck America, pretty much.
Yep, the deep south.
Yeah. Well, it was pretty cool reading about it. It was about a lawyer standing up for African Americans' right in court.
In the 1930s,
Yeah.
when Jim Crow was really the law of the land back then.
I read The Maze Runner, which, have any of you guys read it or seen the movie? Yeah, so, I don't know, I watched the movie before I read the book, and I definitely like the book better because it explains a lot more. And because it's a dystopian type of novel, so it's not realistic, and it's nice for like a nice stress reliever, because in high school there's a lot of stress with all of your classes and the expectations that everyone puts on you. So reading is a good way to kind of relax for a little bit and still be learning at the same time. Sorry.
I read All the Bright Places. It's about high schoolers. I really enjoy reading about high schoolers, just because when you see like the struggles that they're going through in the books and how they overcome their problems, it helps me to not only like overcome the problems that I'm facing, but it can help me help my friends. I just, like I was saying, you guys are transitioning into high school, you're gonna see, be faced with a lot of new challenges, and so maybe like reading books about other kids going through things like you can really help.
I read the book How Music Works, and I'm a musician and I plan on pursuing music. So learning about the compositional stuff, like writing all the music, and the scientific aspects behind all of it was really cool, and it's going to help me pursue my career. And also the backing track for when Axel rapped when we first started, I wrote that.
Thanks.
And David Byrne is a famous musician, right? Isn't he Talking Heads?
All right, so we have some trivia. We have 3 questions. We have a lot of candy, so you guys are gonna work together. So when we put the question up, shout it out. You're actually excited because this is reading, yay!
We're giving you candy to read.
So when we pop the question up there, just try and say it all together, okay?
If you're not loud enough, they're not giving you candy.
Yeah.
Loud.
Be excited,
Enthusiastic.
really loud.
It's our turn to bother Mrs. Clay.
Suggested amount of time to read.
20 minutes. Louder.
All right.
I got 2 more. 3 benefits of reading, just because I'm here, Mom.
Learn.
Yeah,
Improve vocabulary.
Yeah, stress relief.
Come on.
We need
You
more.
guys will.
One more.
Yeah,
I'm learning different skills. On.
Yes, good job. One book you suggest.
Harry Potter series.
Come on, get the list.
Any more? Oh, you guys have a cheat. Diversion, there you go.
It's on the list.
Good.
All right, so that's the end of your presentation, right?
What, yes, it is.
All right, let's give them a round of applause. Do you have anything you want to say to them in close?
Any questions about the high school or this is after you run,
Feel free to ask us about the presentation or about both.
Can you do your rap again?
Court.
Can you speak Spanish?
Yeah.
Can you speak in Spanish?
Yeah.
Can you read it? Like, can you read something in Spanish?
What do you want me to read?
Anything.
Voy a rekommenderande tiden man måste läsa per dag.
What did you read?
What is the suggested amount of time to read per day?
That's a lot.
20 minuter.
You can ask these guys anything you want, honestly, about high school or
You guys excited?
English.
And you guys are
Did it take you
like.
to learn English?
Good question,
I-
Peter.
I started in 1st grade. We did a lot of English reading. So when I came here, my my speaking wasn't as good as it is right now. But I knew how to talk because of reading a lot. But when I talked, it just sounded fun. Pretty much.
So in your country, you had English class as part of your daily school.
Yeah.
why do they feel it's so important to learn English in Sweden?
Because, well, the average amount of languages Sweden speaks is like 2.5. So it's always been there. We have like 3 core subjects, which is English, math, and Swedish. So we start at a young age, and I don't know, you judge my English.
And yeah, like I've
I like
taken Spanish. We started in 7th grade, 7th, 8th, 9th. So I've taken Spanish for 5 years, and like it's so different. Like it's crazy that how well Axel can speak. Because like I took Spanish for 5 years, and I mean I can talk enough, but I'm not. I couldn't go however long I've been here, 9 months, whatever it is, just speaking Spanish.
So guys, that brings up a good point. In our school, we are lucky enough to have lots of bilingual students. So your classmates who you may look at in all your classes and say, well, you know, their writing isn't as good as mine, or their speech isn't as good as mine. What you don't realize is that's their second language. So if you can imagine being in a country for 2 or 3 years and having to learn this content in a totally different language, that's what your bilingual classmates are doing. And so they're really going to college with a skill that will be valuable in the real world because people from most countries know more than one language. America is one of the only countries where a majority of people only speak one language. So, you know, that's a real marketable skill to be able to speak more than one language.
Reading helps you.
Yeah.
The other thing that I can add, guys, is that if you get into one of these series and you can't find the books like in the Henrietta Library, if you just go up to the desk, it's now free to have a book transferred from one of the other Monroe County libraries. So say they don't have the next book in the series in Henrietta, but they've got it in Gates or something. You just ask at the desk and they'll put a hold on it for you and have it transferred to our library. And it doesn't cost anything if you have a library card. So you can read, you know, if you get into a good series, you can have books for the whole summer.
And so I know Mr. Snyder was saying that not a lot of you guys like to read a lot, but don't like jump into it. Just start reading 20 minutes a day, 5 times a week, because it probably won't stick if you just try and jump right into it. I mean, it could. That's what you want to try, go ahead. But just try and maybe slowly try and start reading more and just build it up because, like we were saying before, it's going to help your stamina. It's going to help everything we listed. So I definitely give reading a shot.
And the other thing too is I told these guys yesterday that summer reading is now optional. The district changed it as of this year. That it's not mandatory, it's not graded. But like one of my students pointed out, it's a really good first impression if you did the summer reading. You can talk to your English teacher about it. But if you are concerned about your first impression, the fact that you did your summer reading and took the time to read a book is really going to impress your English teacher for next year. So you might want to consider that before you just say, I don't need to do it, I'm not going to do it. You might actually benefit from it for all the reasons that they're saying, and also it makes a great first impression.
Yeah, like for our APs, we just had our AP fair like yesterday where they told us our summer projects, which some of them didn't give us any, but some of them were obviously like optional. They can't force them on us or anything, but for a lot of the classes, the work that they want you to do over the summer is going to give you just such a big jump start on your next year. It's going to help you so much. For biology, you have a test this year, like right
Yeah.
in the first.
So I took AP Bio this year, and like the summer project was mandatory. And if I didn't do that summer project, I probably would have failed the first test.
And so I'm taking bio next year, and because my friends are saying like the summer project helped them so much, I know that I'm definitely going to do my summer project even though it's not mandatory.
Studies show that over the summer, if you don't read at all, your reading ability declines. Like you actually lose some reading skills. So if you keep reading over the summer, you're going to keep your reading skills where they are or raise them higher. It's another reason to read.
Another good thing you can do is set up a deal with your parents. And a lot of parents want you guys to read, and you might get a little benefit for reading.
Like a reward.
Like a reward.
Yeah, like some negotiated deal.
Like candy.
Or maybe broccoli, you know, because you guys don't eat candy anymore after reading On the Worst of Lunch, right?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Let's give them another round of applause.